Today I'm going to review the Square D model SO2040A200 overhead all-in-one panel. This panel is for overhead feed from the utility company only. The main breaker and bus are both rated for 200 amps, so it is capable of receiving up to 40 amps of solar backfeed. I like this panel for pole-mounted situations that typically feed a mobile home or subpanel. The reason I like this panel for overhead service is the utility entrance is in the center of the panel, unlike most other panels where the utility entrance is on the left. The only disadvantage is that you can't bring circuits into the top of the panel. The meter section runs across the entire top of the panel. Square D provides a raceway for circuits on top, but also provides metal plates to seal this area off, as most utility companies won't allow it to be used. Okay, you can see right here, that's where the meter height is. We're going to go up 6 3/4 inches to here, and that's where we're going to put our hole for the top. And then we're going to go down 21.5 inches down to here, and that's where we're going to put our hole for the bottom. And that should line up with the holes we've got in our panel. Okay, up here at the top we've got the meter section, and we've taken out the hole where the hub is going to go, and our pipe is going to go up for the top of the pole. They hook into these lugs here, the wires will, and we've got these chaseways on the side, and as you saw them before on the top here, they like to give you this area to run wires down, but this particular utility doesn't allow it. So Square D gives you this kit here with a couple of these metal strips. It comes with one for each side, and you must install them or they will not hook it up. You can see this one's a little bit wider. We're gonna undo the screw and slip it in there, and then we're gonna do the same thing on this side with this one. We're gonna slip it in there and block that raceway, so they'll both be blocked. Okay, we've cut our unistrut. You can see, it's about the length of the bottom, maybe a hair longer. And we've cut and we made these long enough to go through our panel, through this, and then our panel will be here, and it's gonna feed all the way through that metal pole over there. Okay, you can see right here, that's where the meter height is. We're going to go up 6 3/4 inches to here, and that's where we're going to put our hole for the top. And then we're going to go down 21.5 inches down to here, and that's where we're going to put our hole for the bottom. And that should line up with the holes we've got in our panel. Okay, so now we've got it mounted up. The meter's right at 6 feet. I can tell you because I'm 6 feet tall and it's right at my eye level. And going straight up the pole, our riser lines right up with the pole. So we're going to put another unistrut about halfway up and one up about a foot below that point of attachment up there. And we'll put our riser on. Around the back here, you can see our unistrut is installed, which is going to keep everything straight. Here you can see the point of attachment at the top of the riser and the mast brace down about 18 inches below that. The power company will attach their wires at the point of attachment. Here we're adding another point of attachment about 5 feet above the panel. Here you can see the two mast braces, the riser wire, and the 2-inch weatherhead on top. The panel's now complete, and we have the address tag marked here on the front. Here's a rear view of the finished product. And finally, our finished riser. Okay, you can see our grounding here. We've got a ground rod right here. It's 8-foot rod that's driven into the ground, got that much exposed. That wire goes up and grounds the panel, and there's two of them. The wire's buried coming over here, and here's our other one. So we got two ground rods 6 feet apart, driven in 8 feet for supplemental grounding. Adding a GFI on the side, so they'll give us power. If there's nothing here, they won't give you any power. So we've mounted a GFI. We just bought one of these combo boxes at Home Depot that had the box, the cover, and the GFI together. We're screwing it in there. We got a hot, a neutral, and a ground. We got a GFI outlet. We're going to hook it to a 20 amp breaker up here, and that's about all there is to it. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you'll subscribe. I won't bother you, and I do get brownie points. Feel free to leave a comment about the video or maybe a subject you'd like me to cover. Thanks again.